Alrighty then. Budget Magic. Return to the rank / rally vampires in Modern. This is a keeper, I think. Not having any 1 or 2 drops is pretty annoying since a ton of our deck is 1 and 2 drops, but sometimes that happens. And Return to the Ranks doesn't have that much synergy with our 2/3 drops. Actually, no synergy. Another 3 drop. Another 3 drop isn't really what we were looking for, but because it's a sack outlet, I think we keep it. Like, we're off to a slow start, but might work out. Alright, Swamp Go. Just because if we get the sack outlet with Messenger and Pawn out there, it can generate a lot of value. Also looks like Merfolk yet again. Yeah, so we will play Isolated Chapel and just run out this Messenger. If our opponent can counter it, then counter it. We can't really play around counter spells. And plus, things getting remanded is a little annoying, but things getting actual like hard countered and going to our graveyard isn't that bad because we can rally them back eventually. So we have some natural protection to counter spells. Seriously? 4 life Dismember Messenger, let it come back for the graveyard? Really? That is your plan, Mr. Opponent? Well then, we'll take it. Kira, not a threat. Not really. Yeah, especially with Gatekeeper. Well, we're going to attack. If our opponent blocks and chumps, that's fine. If they don't block and chump, we will just Gatekeeper with Kicker. Get rid of the Kira. And we are pretty close to winning. Oh, Merfolk. Merfolk is so funny because it either looks like the best deck in Modern or it looks like the worst deck in Modern. Like when it has Aether Vial and multiple lords, it looks insanely good. When it doesn't, it looks insanely bad. Yeah, I think we just swing with both. Still drawing almost all 3 drops. We could have played Pawn first, but I think we're going to play Messenger. We want to leave up the potential, at least, to win with Messenger. Alright, activates Mutavault. Mutavault. I always get in trouble for saying Mutavault. Double blocks or just 1? Yep, double blocks the Messenger. Sure, takes 2. I don't think that's a winning play for our opponent. Now we just Messenger again. New Messenger. Being the mono blue deck that has to dismember half of a Geralf's Messenger has to be one of the worst feelings. Is this... Alright, Lord of Atlantis. Our opponent's just still so far behind the 8 ball. Well, we're going to play our Pawn of Ulamog. Play our Vampire Aristocrat. Do we swing with both? Our opponent could block for free on Messenger. Yeah, I think we still attack with both. That way we are definitely getting rid of the Lord. And, well, I guess we're not definitely getting rid of it. They could just block here and go to 1, but then they die to us sacking our own Messenger. So we're going to kill both of these. Yeah. Because when the Lord goes away, the Mutavault will lose its +1/+1 bonus. We get a bunch of Eldrazi spawns. And we get back our Messenger, putting our opponent down to 2 life. And then we most likely just win this turn. I don't know what our opponent could possibly have to survive our board. Not sure there is a card. Yep. Alright. Game 1 against Merfolk down. Winning is feeling sort of routine with this deck. Kind of scary. I think we can cut a Return to the Ranks, cut an Aristocrat. I think we got to keep Marauder, cut a Pawn and a Messenger to bring in the 4 Doomblades, because the way you beat Merfolk normally is just to kill their lords. Ooh. Alright, we got no white mana, but we have double Blood Artist. Which means every creature we draw adds, well, there's Vial, is going to represent a lot of damage. And Bloodthroat Vampire is also sweet. Alright. Well, if we eventually get the white mana for Return to the Ranks, this hand is pretty close to the nuts. So we can sack everything out to Bloodthroat Vampire, deal a ton of damage with Blood Artist, Return to the Ranks, everything back, do it again, and also attack with the Bloodthroat Vampire. Vial does suffer from diminishing returns. While you really want one on turn... Jeez, all the Blood Artists. While you really want one on turn 1 for Merfolk, you don't necessarily want the second one on turn 2. I don't think we attack here. We don't want to trade with a Curse Catcher coming in off the Vial. Although we would like our opponent to play a Curse Catcher off the Vial. That would mean the rest of their hand isn't... at least one of their 4 cards would be fairly useless. Kevon. What do they got coming down? A Lord? Tidebinder Mage, alright. It is a Merfolk, but it doesn't do much. Geez, another Return to the Ranks that we can't cast. Guess we just go with another Blood Artist. We are going to want to draw lands eventually. Opponent's going to start vialing things in. Probably a Lord. Lord of Atlantis. Down to 2 cards, though. And the deck doesn't... I guess it has a... I just totally blanked on the name. The 2-1 that you reveal in Merfolk and draw a card. But it doesn't have much card advantage. Kind of what you see is what you get with Merfolk. And sometimes that's enough, sometimes it's not. If oh, Spreading Seas is bad. That's bad news. Yep, because that's going to give Merfolk Island Walk, especially if they have a second Lord. Mutavault. I think we take 3. Yeah, take 3 here. Land would be nice, but I don't think we can sack for one. That's a land. Alright. So now we can play a Blood Artist. 3rd Blood Artist. Play a Bloodthroat Vampire. And now we're pretty close to the point of sacking to try to combo off. If our opponent goes completely out of cards, then I think we will definitely do that. Is this another Lord? No, another Tidebinder, okay. So if we can find an untapped white source and our opponent doesn't have a counter, we can sack everything out, drain a ton, then Return to the Ranks and do it over again. Opponent only has 1 card, they're going to cast it? Nope. Well, we might have to go on this plan anyway. 9 is a lot of damages. Yep. We take 9. Alright, let's sack this Bloodthroat Vampire. Get 3 Blood Artist triggers. So we're looking for untapped white source. Doomblade can kill the Lord. Do we just want to keep that for now and wait another turn? That might be fine. I think we try that and wait another turn looking for our white source. Because with this, I think we stop on our opponent's upkeep. With this, we can, if we can kill the Lord of Atlantis, everything loses Island Walk, and if they don't have another Island Walk Lord... Oh, is this another Island Walk Lord? They would have put that in last turn, right? Harbinger. Alright, well... Okay, that's fine. So our opponent's out of cards. We get to kill the Lord of Atlantis. Which actually gets us 3 more Blood Artist triggers. So now, if we find a white source, we definitely just win. And we're not just dead to a Lord, because we can gain all this life with Blood Artist. What is Reedry? Reedry. Alright, well, we're definitely going for it. Just trying to find that white source. Our opponent's going to go for the big attack. We're going to do some amount of blocking. I think we'll block with 2. And then sack a Blood Artist. Come on, untap white source. Seer doesn't do it. Get another shot though. Sack the Blood Artist. We're seeing so many cards and we have so many white sources. Seems like odds are in our favor. Mogus's Marauder doesn't do it. Alright. Oh, man. Can we sack the last Blood Artist? I guess. Come on, white source. Swamp doesn't do it. Do we sack our last creature? I don't think we can. I think we need that to stay alive if we don't draw it. Ugh, tapped white source. Now we want... Okay, untap swamp. Oh, man. Alright, we ship the turn. If we can live, we win. Which means our opponent can't draw a 2-mana Lord. If they draw a 2-mana Lord, an Island Walk Lord, we lose. Anything else, we win next turn. Because we can rally everything back. So hopefully they just draw land. Any random Merfolk. Just not... Alright, Mutavault. Alright, we chump. Oh, alright. As long as they don't have a counter, this is it. Swamp, return to the ranks, targets. We can bring back 4. Blood Artist, Blood Artist, Blood Artist, Viscera Seer. Hopefully they didn't draw a counter. That would be annoying. Return to the ranks. Alright, everything comes back. So we sack the first one, does 3, 2... Yep, alright, we just got to pass. So I guess we're still in a little bit of danger. Since we couldn't get back the last creature, we could still die to an Island Walk Lord. I was thinking we'd win on the spot, but actually no. Spreading Seas. Alright, can't do anything about that. Draws our opponent a card. No 2-mana Lord. Alright, our opponent's going to go to attacks. Now we're kind of in the same position where we are looking for a white source again. Actually, we don't even have to do anything. They just attack with everything, we block with everything, and get a million triggers. I was thinking we had to sack out, but no. All we have to do is block, and now we get 10 million Blood Artist triggers. or like 12 or something. Same difference. Yep. Sweet. Still killing it. Alright. Yeah. So, rally vampires. It's a real thing.